Hello there, we have a little bit more Quake Brutalist Jam III. Today we're playing Zebedo 72's Das Brut, which is a lovely adventure map where you have to infiltrate a facility and steal a submarine. As with many of their maps, the architecture is semi-realistic and there's lots of Quake cute props to admire, so let's get into it. So the start of this map is pretty damn spicy. There's lots of hit-scan enemies, and there's lots of dogs that frustrate you, and they all drop in on you. And it's all brutal difficulty, obviously, because they all fire as turrets and get really aggressive. You can just get shredded so easily here. I found the best strategy is just to stand back in this opening area, kill as many of the dogs as possible, and then let everything filter toward you. You can just sort of circle and avoid most of the damage from the shotgunners. It's worth mentioning as well, this phase start, this map, I've seen countless people go, where do I go from here? How do I begin? Because all the gates are locked and there's no real path of progression that's obvious. You've got to watch for that window to break there and shoot that switch, and that opens the gate to let you into this outer area. It's surprising just how few people can see that one, I suppose. It's a little bit tricky for them. I found it a little bit confusing too. Progression in general here gets a little bit, now and then, a little bit confusing, but by and large, there's a linear path to take. I love these tanks, they're really cute as well. Secret here, go inside the radio tower, grab yourself some gear, and then you need to jump in the water. There's a minefield, which is very cool, which you can't pass, but there's a lighthouse back there and a lot of other stuff. We'll be going there eventually, taking the long way around. Those flash worms are pretty dangerous, and you can see I took a lot of damage in this one here. I did like 3 or 4 attempts at this map where at the end of them, every single time there'll be some monster I'd missed, or like misbehaving Shalrath, Servitus rather. So the opening of this one is a little bit rough and ready, but I wanted to get a demo out for this today, so I thought it's fine. So you're going to see me stumble about a bit, miss a lot of pistol shots at phase start, but it picks up in pace, I promise you. Don't think this guy's no good. Nuclear Wasser secret? And what I enjoy about Zebedo's maps is how they're all realistic kind of spaces, with like logical flows as to where things should be and what they do. So you have this, just these nice, they're not, they're still video gamey, it's kind of impressionistic, but we're entering the base. We've just been through the sewer, we're into the security gate to get into the main door. There was a key in the sewer, I don't know why the key was down there, somebody dropped it. You're entering a train yard up here, for example, a rail yard where there's a train sitting there. It's neat, it's very neat. But still, at the start of this map, we have the problem of lots and lots and lots of hit-scan enemies, and I'm trying to preserve ammo a little bit here as well, not just drive through shotgun, but I mean all I've got is shotgun, so it's not exactly good at range here. So you can see me here struggling desperately to shoot at that guy, and I do love the way the shotgun knights they run about like the scout from Team Fortress 2. It has that feeling to it when they're like going left and right, the little legs are waggling about. It's super cute. Nasty little ambush pin there, they can really hurt you. And then up there you've got 2 pistol knights that appear as well, and they also can just like do what that guy on the ground floor is doing, just start shooting. But a little bit of foresight, a little bit of knowledge, understanding that you can kind of circle, as long as you're not moving toward them or moving away from them. If you're moving left and right, you can like beat their tracking. I find it interesting how this base is full of sand as well, like there was some sort of unholy sandstorm or event which just filled it, because there's all these ventilation shafts and like concrete shutters that are also full. This part of the map is not very nice. There are these annoying blisters, and they are positioned in such a way that they are pretty much guaranteed to get you the first time you play this. Like, I had to bank some shots around the corner with the shotgun there to safely get through that section. I just don't know how you're supposed to deal with those guys off the bat, and they can kill you because at the start of the map you don't have any real armor or anything, so it gets nasty very quickly. But thankfully there's only a few boil ambushes, but the blister ambushes, but the blister ambushes in this map, they are pretty nasty. I don't really like the way they're used at all, I think it's quite unfair. The hit-scan ambushes and everything else is fair enough, the swarms as well, but there's something about the blisters and that, the play here is so bad. There's something about the blisters I find somewhat disagreeable. So that is a switch there, which lowers a secret, and this is another secret here. I have to drop down to get the secret, and I have to climb back up anyway, so figuring out, like, where do I want to go for the backtrack to go into this tower. The best time to do it is now, but you can also do it once you've disabled the minefield and you're at the other side of the water. You can just swim back over here as well if you want to, if you forget about it. So you have different opportunities to get back here. Is it really worth trekking all the way back here just for a bit of armor, and like, 25 armor? Not really, but, it's fine. It's fair enough. It's one of those secrets that doesn't really feel like it has a nice flow to it in terms of collecting it. You have to go out of your way to get it in quite a big way, and it's a little annoying. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. Pressing the button earlier, it doesn't make a bridge across, but you can jump down into this shipping container. It's very easy to jump onto that and jump onto the coupling and slide off, so be careful. One more nasty boil, but only one, thank God. Blister. I couldn't call them boils, they're blisters. ADA boils, these are blisters. And we've got ourselves a lovely vampirism power up here, which we get some good use out of. Because when we go up to the top here, we are ambushed by a bunch of swarmers. I like the big pile of rubbish here. And this is a part of the map where the progression can be a little bit odd. You need to open up the rubbish pile, and the way to do it is to jump down this hole. But because there's no lighting or anything to draw you toward that hole, you can just be wandering about like I did when I came back to run this and came back to refamiliarise myself with it. I could not, for the life of me, figure out where to go. I was thinking, have I missed a switch to open up the garbage chute? But no, it's down here. These swarmers are fine. You can use a berserk to kill them, but I prefer to use the damage reduction on the berserk for a later fight. I just like to take advantage of it. So that's why I didn't, punch him all there and instead decided to use some ammo. Because the damage reduction on the berserk has one very useful feature. And that very useful feature is that when those nasty blisters go up in your face and they explode, you take half damage. So it can be the difference between life and death. And when you go into this room here, that's a good thing, because this room is a real clusterfuck of chaos. I love it. There's loads of different height levels, there's loads of different monsters that get up in your face. It swarms you if you walk into the middle with a bunch of servitors and what they call the amalgams. There's a couple of amalgam traps, there's another one which is further away as well. So I found the best thing to do in this is just to go in with a little bit of damage reduction from the berserk and just go nuts with the nail guns. Just clear stuff out and then work your way to this back corner here and just hang out back here. There's more than enough space to chill, use the shotgun. There is a rebar launcher just to my right on the top there, which you could jump up to, but given how much is going on, I don't know. I mean, you could probably make this a lot cleaner, faster, this cleanup if you did that. If you were routing this for a proper speed run, because you could penetrate through multiple of the servitors here. But no, I didn't feel it was necessary. Instead, I decided to look at that cheeky rocket boys. I decided to go work where I cross. And yeah, I gotta be careful here because there's even more of these blisters that are active. They're all over the place and they're so dangerous. But the great thing about the blisters that I do like about them is that a single pistol shot will stagger them, and when you stagger them you can then take advantage of them. You can let things come a bit closer to them and then detonate them and so on. It's nice. Walking over here releases the amalgam and a handful more of the servitors, and then there's one blister here that you can see that's stuck. There's actually an armour up on top of that big pile of sand as well if you feel you need it, but I was in a hurry, so I thought no need. And ouch. Talk about nasty caltrops. And this is one of those platforms where you turn a train around as well. It's obviously here for loading at the docks, which is cute. I really like that. Though a sandstorm must have blown in, because I mean, look at this. Or maybe it flooded and this is the remaining silt or something. I do wonder. Many such questions are asked, none answered. So moving into this outer area here, we got to kill ourselves some dogs. On that pipe, there are a couple of shotgun guys and a rocketeer, so I like to not push too far forward. Take those guys out, then come out here, because there is one little blister just to be a pain. Some enemies here. And it does lure killing the guys on the pipe, these servitors over, so why not? At no point do I attempt to get any cheeky shots on them with the rebar launcher, which is odd, because usually I'm trying to get cool shots with the rebar launcher all the time. But today I just thought, no, I want to pistol stuff. I want to take it easy. I want to enjoy the sights and sounds of this map, take it easy, have a good time. This trap here is pretty nasty, actually. It swarms you with the Shulkin swarmers, and you've got the fiends as well, so it's very easy to get yourself locked in a corner surrounded by them, and the fiend comes and cuts through and bullies you. It's also very easy for these swarmers to get stuck on the trim, on the walls, and then if you, like, just here, to my left, or on top of the tank turret, and then you can forget about them, so it's nice to, see, there's another one. It's nice to be certain, because otherwise you'll get to the end of the map and you realise, hang on, something's missing. Very methodical here, there's lots of fiends all over the place. I'm just going to take them out with a shotgun, which is still very satisfying. Anybody who doesn't like the shotgun in this mod is crazy. It's so good. It's just satisfying. And it's pretty speedy too, honestly. I mean, look at it go. Junky sounds. A ring I don't really need. The Shambler, the Lighthouse Keeper. Not for long. May get chunked. And there's a little hidden switch there that opens up the lighthouse if you can actually aim at it. It's quite hard to hit because of the little cone of spread on the pistol, just to make it slightly inaccurate at range. And back here, the multi-missile launcher. And the ambush are these Vors, which don't really get an opportunity to do much, unfortunately, for them. Though, I am genuinely shocked that that one survived that volley of rockets. They must have had, like, no HP left at the end of that. And these are more of these servitors that can they can work themselves into very strange places. And I think one actually does here, which really punishes me later on, because I do this. This was the mistake. I should have stayed in one place until I was sure I'd killed them all, because I did memorize the number of how many there were. And I think this is what trips me up later. But I assume, no more noise here, should be fine. If you go into this building, this is a gold key area, but also this removes the mines here, so you can now cross the water and get back to the start of the map. So if you're secret hunting, or you want to backtrack, or anything at all, it's a nice, simple method for getting back there now. A lot of simple Shambler boys as well coming out to play. I love the music as well in this one. I believe it's a piece called The Outsider by Carl Casey. This is really nasty, this trap. Go in here. Oh, cool, there's an armor. Yeah, it's both sides to get these swarmers. I think there's 6 of them in total. Now, you can jump out of the windows and get straight back down to the ground floor again and leave those guys alone if you go the other way, but I found it was easier just to wedge myself into that back corner against that window frame, because when they detonate they don't do any damage to you beyond the caltrops when they detonate getting in your face. So that's what I did in that situation, because trying to like actually, you know, kill them before they swarm you from both sides is pretty much, it's not going to happen. You're gonna, one of them's going to get you, and they hurt like hell. Some more somewhat obscure progression here, but not too obscure. I suppose this is a hard one to find if you don't think to look up here at these 2 switches that open these doors. I'm not sure why on earth that's the case, but it is. And we have these zombies everywhere, but I do not have a grenade launcher yet. And some more pretty nasty blasters here. And honestly, I think what I should have been doing in the situation is I should have just gone full out straight away with this, multi-missile launch and everything, because I think I have enough rockets for the map, but I was still thinking, oh no, I want to be careful with these. So that is why I'm so gingerly sort of taking pot shots at things. Little hidden switch back here which takes us into a secret. Yep, I use the rocket launcher here, and now I go and check, I believe, to make sure I've killed all the zombies, because I had an attempt before, immediately before this, where I missed a single zombie in the pack, and I didn't want to risk it again. So, you know, inefficient, but we're taking our time. In here, what have we got? Pretty nice room, drawing room. Looks like the Holy Grail's in here. But more importantly, yellow armour. And a berserk. And we're going to get good use out of this one. You have to be very quick to get good use out of this berserk, mind you. So, Coming upstairs here, you have this firing squad at the top here who are really nasty. I think you need to kill a certain number of the enemies up there before the doors open. And, you know, I do it in this situation. And that means I can come in here with the remaining berserk. I can get both of these shamblers and one of the amalgams in this room. Oh, it's so satisfying to clear a room out fast like that. Oh, it's beautiful. And that's the sort of thing you like with the berserk. Real risk reward, really pushing in aggressively to make the most of it in a room which otherwise would have been relatively nasty. 2 switches here open some doors. This is really nasty because these doors open, but the blisters can run through them before the doors open completely. So, fuck those two, those nasty blisters. And this opens the maintenance hatch, which is another door. And again, this is one of those things where if you're not paying attention to the sounds and looking around, if you get sidetracked, you might think, where do I go next? I've forgotten. Takes you up round here, brings you to a key, which is fabulous. Now, this spawns in a bunch of Shalkins, Shalwats, rather. No, Shalwats, what are they called? Servitors, the flying wizards. So I grab that and I come out to this secret over here while they're coming toward me, because they should filter directly in front of that doorway by the time we get there. We see the Ark of the Covenant, we grab ourselves the Invoker, which we get a little bit of use out of. It's not really, it's not an item I really find myself using very much in this map. I can't think of too many situations where I wanted to use it. Maybe instead of opening up that gold key door when I opened it up earlier, I should have opened it later and used the Invoker to zap both of the Shamblers. That's probably faster. And right now I know I'm missing one monster because I'm looking for 375 is the number I'm looking for before I proceed. So I'm thinking, oh shit, one of those wizards has gone somewhere. Where's that servitor gone? And I'm really bricking it here thinking I don't know where they've gone. And at this point I just thought, let's attempt over. Oh well, what I'll do is I'll just continue, I suppose, and let's just go for it because they're not showing up. Let's see what the time would have been. And I open this door and somehow they work themselves into this room, which is so bizarre, but so lucky. So we had a live attempt still, which is nice. Very easy to grab that secret and go back to the lift before it's lowered fully. The lift will hit you on the head and go back up, so take a moment. Make sure the lift is there before you climb back up. Then you can go onto this crane. You can jump down onto the shipping container, but I just circle jump across this gap. Takes us to this area here. There's another way of getting to this secret as well. It's just at the end of the map, you can just walk up to it. And it's the We Finally Meet secret because you see it right at the start of the map and you get it right at the very end. But oh, actually, you can just walk around to it too. No, you can't. You got to jump. You got to. That's right at the very end of the map. You get that usually. But I just do a little bit of a multi-missile launcher jump to get to it. So here is Das Brut, the submarine we've been tasked with stealing. To get to it, we need to release it from this dry dock. It's got 2 locks at the bottom. Then there's a big fight, and then we go up to the top, and then we open the bay doors, and then we can take it. So we have another berserk, which is mainly good for giving us a damage reduction. And this is quite dynamic, so there are some shipping containers that will blow up in a second that will reveal amalgams as I kill stuff. And also there were some really, really nasty blisters which appear in the main shipping containers that can really fuck you up if you're like running around, which is why I hang around in this back corner. There they are. I completely, I messed it up. And it's symmetrical on both sides, they work in the same way on both sides. But there's plenty of hit scan stuff that can get you here. You've got these servitors that will filter down from the ceiling. They can get stuck up in the rafters in funny places, so you gotta watch what you're doing. But we clear this side out quite nicely. We look at their fascist octopus flag, for which I guess the monsters are fascists. I mean, fair enough. Let's kill them all. And on this side, it's the same thing. We're just cleaning up some space, and then we can platform our way around and climb up to that top level where I was at before. Release the locks. Went pretty well this fight. A little bit slow though. I didn't really find a good way of doing this quickly, but it's fine. We're having a fun time. Nice bit of verticality in this as well. I really like it. There's threats on lots of different angles. You've got a lot of choice of how you want to address things, which way you want to attack things. It works out really nicely. Ooh, terrible jump there, Jesus. I think I was getting a little bit tired. And up here, this is final kind of fight area up here. Get rid of those guys with rockets. Ooh, that went badly. Use one of our, what do you call it? What's it called? The thing with the invokers. There we go. Get rid of those rocket guys sniping at the back. It's a good use of monsters in cool positions here. They really do work. And the amalgamons on the top as well. They tend to get kind of stuck, but they can properly block your path and stuff sometimes. This opens the pen. No. Tried to get lucky with the invoker there. But that's it. We can now escape. I'm wondering why it hasn't told me we can leave. And it's just because the doors haven't opened yet. Drop ourselves down. That's it. That's Brut by Zebedo72. I really enjoy that map. I love a lot of the details a great deal. As I say, there's a lot of Quake cute props and things like that in all the different rooms. Even the submarine, you know, you got the Ark of the Covenant there. You had that little hidden room that had a nice fireplace and the chalice, you know, the Holy Grail and whatnot. It's very nice. It's a very nicely put together map. Give that one a go. Fun adventure map. Watch out for the blisters, that's all I'll warn you, because they're pretty nasty. Das Brut by Zebedo72. Quake Brutalist Jam III. Very fun mod. Please play it. Bye now.